It's been a crazy week in celebrity news.
Yeah.
As you all know, NFL season's approaching. My Cowboys still haven't gotten Micah Parsons' contract, and that actually sparked contract done. Well, it's extension rather. That actually sparked some crazy back and forth on Twitter. What day was this when this initially happened? Sorry, fans. I'm just my first week back, so I'm kind of off my game. So 4 days ago on August 2nd, Des Bryant tweeted, who was a former Pro Bowl player for the Cowboys, Jerry Jones, I don't think it's smart to mention my name. I keep quiet about a lot of unfair shit on some G shit. We can have story time if that's what we were doing. For context, Jerry put out a statement saying that he'd had some difficulties negotiating deals with players directly and with their representatives because they don't hold players accountable, and that's part of why this contract extension with Mike is being held up. Nicki Minaj then quote tweets that and says, "Hey, it's Nicki Minaj. How about we play a game? Every time you do a Jerry Jones or quote unquote NFL story time, I'll do a story time of my own." She has issues with Rock Nation and Rock Nation Sports. Des puts 2 eye emojis. She then says, "All my stories will be about Rock Nation and Jay-Z and the alleged rapist Desiree Perez, Rock Nation CEO. I hope you fully understand the rules. It's your turn." Des then tweets a video. I'm not going to play it for you guys because we don't own the copyrights for that. Saying he has no issue with them. He rocks with Nicki, doesn't want any smoke. He just wants to go about his day. She then quote tweets that and says, "It's Miss Pity. This just came across my desk from 2020. I guess you're one of those guinea pigs they've been using to bully people for them. Did you think I came over here to play tweetsies with your silly ass, sir? See, the problem with people who are always playing is that they think everyone else is playing too. I'd mind my business if I were you. Be blessed." Within the tweet, she posted a screenshot of an article that alleges Des Bryant gets blasted by Nicki Minaj fans for jumping in beef with, and it just blanks out, so we'll never know. So yeah, this was 5 years ago though.
Damn.
So then Des tweets it and says, "Go enjoy your day." She then tweets, "Go beat your mom," and then asks Desiree Perez and Jay-Z why they've allegedly been the vile cunts they've been to so many black people while lining their own pockets, weaponizing racism in order to keep black people from blinded by the truth.
Damn.
Why wasn't Desiree Perez pardoned by President Trump publicized to the black community and hip-hop culture the way Lil Wayne's was? Did she repay the president for that monumental blessing, or did she betray him the way Jay-Z allegedly betrayed the Democratic Party and countless others that he's had business dealings with in the past? On the second thought, rather, don't beat your mom. I'm sure she loved you once. This tweet is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So Des then quote tweets that and says, "Say, bitch, I didn't go to jail or touch my mama. I was defending myself. I removed her nails from my skin. Folks know I was dealing with some corruption in Dallas. I don't get how you can even be on the internet with your husband being a sex offender. You said we are speaking facts, weirdo hoe. So come on." He tweets a picture of an article detailing Minaj's husband's house arrest due to his status as a registered sex offender. She then quote tweets it and says, "I'm so happy you brought this up. I'll give you $10 million cash if you come and fight him since you beat your own mom. He was lied on 31 years ago while both of them were 16, and there's proof. That's why they couldn't get that money they desperately need and sued for rather." So yeah, that was a whole lot that sparked off with nothing to do with Nicki Minaj, and she inserted herself. So just for starters, if your wife were to volunteer you to fight a former NFL player, how would you feel, Robert?
Man, ain't nobody got time for that. Jeez.
And not that you should ever be scared of a man,
Oh,
but
no.
her husband, I'm gonna wager, is probably like 5'10". Dad is 6'2", 6'3", 225 pounds as his walking weight.
You know the crazy thing about it is someone put up a chart of all the things, and he's literally, I think he's either 5'9" or 5'11". He's one of those two, and I was like, damn, this is not a fight you want to be in, my guy.
Yeah, I want to say he's like 5'9".
I think it's more on 5'9".
Yeah,
man, I will say this, my ladies, listen to this podcast. It's not that we don't like going out with you or with your girls, but when we go out with you, there is fun, but we got to make sure everyone get home safe. And what I mean in that is, if that one guy say something to you and I just don't do nothing, you gonna look at me sideways. So it's like, we got to play bodyguard. So like, it's just like, we want to stay out of those situations. We're like, I don't want to have to, risk my life.
Yeah, I'll put it to you this way because he's giving you the very PC answer. As a man, if you were dealing with a certain type of woman, going outside with her to a club and shit or bar is not fun because instead of being there and enjoying yourself, you are literally working as an offensive lineman trying to protect either just the two of you or the entire party from any type of adverse situations
Mental
where
health.
it's gonna be fisticuffs or anything like that, or somebody may be leaving in the ambulance. So I'm then having to anticipate. All right, there's a conversation sparking off here, babe. Come on, let's just pull over to the side, or anything like that.
We'll get back. I promise we'll get back on the top of this. Real rap. There was like literally, I think it was like 3 weeks ago. I was out with the girlfriend and all her friends. Literally, situation of like, nigga bigger than me, and I'm already like, people think I'm, and like, he's looking at every girl down the line. He's like he's licking his lips, and then he gets to my girl, and then like he does the, and then for me, I'm like, fuck. So I have to like look at this nigga and be like nobody sees these interactions. I had to really be like, damn, I have to like. So what he's talking about is the real thing. It's just never a break.
Well, see that in that instance, that's not that big of a deal to me. I'll just fuck.
But he was coming up to my girl.
Oh, I'll just cuff her ass. I would have cuffed her ass right in front of him.
So like
respect. I know
no. I know not being this. You know how it works. You're like not far enough, but you're far enough where like I can't like do that.
I'm close enough to where I can peep this shit, but I'm far enough to where I can't. Yeah,
exactly. So he's coming. He's coming in for the kill. He's like, I'm about to go talk to her, and I'm just kind of like, nigga, hell no. I was like, diesel ass nigga. I'll get down for mine. But back to Nicki Minaj. I will say this.
I have one like trolling question before you answer.
Go ahead.
So when you're in like say a club or a bar or a lounge, right? And like shit does spark off. Does your therapist conflict resolution skills does that hat at what point does that hat come off and like nigga moment hat comes on?
It's there. Have you ever seen the Ray where he puts 2 glasses on? I put 2 hats on.
Ray
J.
Oh, I thought he meant Ray Charles. I was like, what the fuck would he?
So actually, that shit actually happened. I think it was one of my girlfriend's. Actually, no, that's a lie.
One of your girlfriends? How many do you have?
One, not one of my girlfriends. It was. I was mixing up the day. It was. I'm blurring that. It was my girl's birthday.
Missed up the girl.
I don't know. It was her birthday, right? And we were at this club in Arizona, and like she had a little too many. And like the bouncer was not letting her in, not because of that, because she didn't have like her license, because she was getting renewed, and they were like, we're not taking papers. So like, you know how you get talk to your girl,
yeah.
You talk to your girl. I'm just kind of like, you can talk to me a little bit like that, but you just can't talk to a random dude like that. So like, I'm seeing him like pump up his chest because my girl's pretty tall. She's like 5'9", whatever, right? And like, I'm seeing him pump up the chest, so I'm like getting in the way. I'm like, sir, we're trying to get through. And then I'm trying to like de-escalate with her because I'm like, if he calls her, because like for me personally, he's on the cusp of maybe calling her the B word. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta fight this bouncer nigga, and his 2 niggas is up there. So like, I'm talking to this nigga right here, like master negotiator, and her people are like, blah, 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 blah. I'm just kind of like, nigga. I felt like, I almost said this, and I did get out of it respectfully. Mm-hmm. Without violence, but he didn't know I was gonna have to get down. So both hats are on. There is a threshold where I will open palm slap someone. Mm-mm. Like I'm always down to talk to someone, but like there's a point.
Is there a reason why you didn't do that then?
Because it's gonna be 3 versus 1.
I mean, what is he benching now? Like 315 or some crazy ass shit like that. I mean, he posts pictures of like, the angles.
Just say you miss me. Just say you miss me.
I'm just saying, like, what the fuck is all that lifting for?
The lifting, first and foremost, just because you can lift heavy weights don't mean you can't get your ass beat.
How do you know? You didn't try.
First and foremost.
I did say that. No, sometimes it's not. Sometimes the best time is not. You don't always have to solve things with violence, but like, I'm not above that. If I have to protect my family and my friends, who are like if you was getting your ones right, I'm not gonna let another person like try to stink you, and I'm with you because to me that's one, that's bitch shit, and then also two is where it's kind of like let them get their fair ones. I would. To me, that's weak. So like, if you don't have to scrap, don't scrap. Try to talk it out. I always try to talk first, but if I have to, I have to.
Real. RJ, I just imagine like me randomly getting on Twitter. Like, when was that? I was like, what, April?
So April?
I don't know.
Oh no, it was January.
January. I'm just like randomly on Twitter. All of a sudden, I see like a video of a black man getting slammed outside Tucumcari in Arizona.
No, they would have knocked me out because I'm gonna keep getting back up. I will say that.
What you have to say about Nicki though?
Man, I'm sad for Nicki. Like I understand that she's trying to get her justice. I understand that she's trying to do that, but I feel like she's going about the wrong way, and it's making her look like she be skiing.
Say no to drugs, kids. Her mind is gone.
I know. Just seeing all that good talent wasted.
And it's like if you think Jay-Z is this powerful, as she's alleging, I wouldn't keep on poking the bear because randomly all of a sudden you have like a Princess Diana situation.
Damn. It's just like,
not to be dark, but
yeah, it's just like, I'm quoting the Nicki Minaj song, "This box is bigger than the one that he was," but never mind. The high school line, never mind. I'm trying to be funny. Forget about it. So, being more funny, who you got? Nicki's husband or Des Bryant?
Des will wipe the floor with that nigga. Yeah.
Go after his ACL. You'll be fine.
There we go. Yeah. Wait a second. Yeah. Okay. New real one, and then we can move on topic if you want. If someone is injured and and is that fair in a fight?
Absolutely. There are no rules on a fight. What the fuck?
So that
You
means
could eye gouge somebody. I don't give a fuck.
okay. So Kevin Pettygrass or
Yeah.
Kevin Petty?
Yeah.
There we go. You got a chance.
Or Kenneth Perry.
There we
Kenneth
go.
Petty. I was thinking. Yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah, trying to grab you said his ACL or Achilles?
Isn't his ACL that got hurt?
Yeah, but that was 10 years ago.
Never the same.
See,
Something out of him might be a catch.
all right, so you're funny as hell.
I see what she did there.
All right, so that's funny. That was a good one. All right. So what would you suggest he does? Try to kick him in his ACL?
And then run.
All right. So here's the thing: you lift your leg up and miss, and then you have an NFL player. Even though he's played offense, he's clearly had to tackle people, throughout his life.
Run.
Yeah, I know. I just don't see that ending well. But what do I know? But my money on Dez though for sure.
Hey man, I'm trying to.
He had one of the better touchdown celebrations ever too. I must say.
I'll give him that.
Could have been a Hall of Famer, but just played 3 more seasons.